There is an ocean of everything you want: success, power, and the most satisfying relationships. It's all available and waiting for you. This is The Zone of Action with your host, Gerald Action Jackson.
Today, the subject of this podcast is millionaire myths. Millionaire myths. What wealthy people are really like. Let's talk about something that seems to fascinate, frustrate, and fuel people around the world: wealth. More specifically, let's talk about millionaires. For some, the word conjures up images of yachts, private jets, and then people sipping champagne on balconies overlooking the ocean. For others, it stirs up resentment, assumptions, or even envy. But here's the truth, and it may surprise you. Most millionaires are nothing like what you see on Instagram or reality TV. In this journey, we're going to bust the myths. We'll explore the real-life habits, relationship status, and origin stories of America's millionaires. We'll separate fantasy from fact so you can learn not just what wealth is, but how it's actually built. Myth 1. Millionaires inherit their wealth. Let's start with a big one. Many people believe that wealthy individuals were simply born into it. Silver spoon in hand, trust fund ready, and a mansion waiting. The reality: most millionaires are first-generation wealth builders. According to the national study of millionaires conducted by Ramsey Solutions, a staggering 79% of millionaires did not inherit a single dime. They built their wealth from the ground up. That means they went to work, invested wisely, lived below their means, and stayed consistent. These are people who became wealthy not because of a rich uncle, but because of their own choices. That's incredibly empowering to know. Wealth is not reserved for the elite or the lucky. It's within reach for anyone who is willing to put in the work and adopt smart financial habits. Myth 2. Millionaires are all single and free-spirited. There's this romanticized idea that millionaires are jet-setting bachelors or bachelorettes, unattached and unburdened by responsibilities. In truth, the majority of millionaires are married. Roughly 85% of millionaires are married, and many attribute their financial success to their spouse's support. Having a partner who shares financial goals and values can be a major asset. It adds stability, accountability, and teamwork to the wealth building process. So the image of the flashy, free-spending singleton is more myth than reality. Many millionaires are partners in life and in finance. Myth 3. Millionaires love flashy lifestyles. Here's a classic misconception. If someone is wealthy, they must drive a luxury car, wear designer clothes, and live in a 10-bedroom estate. Now, while some millionaires enjoy luxury, the vast majority are surprisingly frugal. In Thomas J. Stanley and William D. Danko's book, The Millionaire Next Door, we learn that many millionaires drive used cars, live in modest homes, and are cautious spenders. They prioritize value over vanity. Why? Because they understand the power of compound interest. They know that every dollar spent on something flashy is a dollar that isn't working for them in investments. In fact, many wealthy people shop at places like Target, Costco, or use coupons. They don't care about impressing people. They care about freedom. What wealthy people really do differently. Let's look at the habits that actually separate the wealthy from everyone else. Spoiler: it's not luck or genius. It's about discipline, focus, and intentionality. 1, they budget and track their spending. You might think millionaires don't need to budget, but the opposite is true. Most are meticulous about where their money goes. They understand that wealth isn't just about how much you make, but how much you keep. 2, they avoid debt. While the average person may have credit card debt, car loans, and personal loans, millionaires avoid consumer debt like the plague. They may use credit wisely for points or perks, but they pay balances off in full each month. Many pay cash for cars and avoid student loans by planning ahead. 3, they invest early and consistently. Time in the market beats timing the market. Most millionaires started investing early, even in small amounts. They invest in retirement accounts, index funds, real estate, or businesses. The key, they do it consistently and let compounding do the heavy lifting. 4, they read and learn constantly. Wealthy people are often voracious learners. They read personal development books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, and invest in mentors. They understand that growing wealth starts with growing yourself. Bill Gates reads about 50 books a year. Warren Buffett reportedly spends 80% of his day reading. That's not a coincidence. 5, they set long-term goals. Millionaires think decades ahead. They aren't focused on quick wins. They set 5-year, 10-year, even 30-year goals. They write them down, track progress, and adjust as needed. This long-term vision keeps them focused when others are distracted. 6, they surround themselves with the right people. Wealthy people are intentional about their circle. They know that who you spend time with affects your mindset, habits, and financial trajectory. They gravitate toward other positive, motivated, and goal-oriented individuals. Jim Rohn famously said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." The emotional side of wealth. Here's something that often gets overlooked. Being wealthy doesn't mean being free from problems. Money can solve financial problems, but it can also amplify emotional and relational issues if not managed with wisdom. That's why many millionaires invest in more than just stocks. They invest in therapy, coaching, spiritual growth, and emotional intelligence. They understand that peace of mind is just as important as a strong portfolio. Wealth is best when it comes with wholeness. Social media versus reality. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube can make wealth look glamorous, immediate, and easy. But the reality is very different. Most true millionaires aren't documenting their wealth online. They're too busy building it. The ones who post flashy content often make their money because of the image, not the actual wealth behind it. Don't compare your real life to someone else's highlight reel. Wealth is a mindset. Here's the big takeaway. Wealth is far more about mindset than it is about money. Most millionaires didn't win the lottery or invent the next Facebook. They simply adopted a way of thinking that prioritized long-term over short-term, delayed gratification over impulse spending, learning over entertainment growth over comfort, and that mindset can be adopted by anyone. What you can do starting today. If you're serious about becoming a millionaire or just becoming financially free, you can start right now. You don't need a fancy degree or a 6-figure salary. You need consistent action. Here are 10 steps to put you on the path. Track every dollar for the next 30 days. Cut one unnecessary expense and redirect that money into savings or investing. Read one book a month on personal development or finance. Automate your savings. Pay yourself first. Start investing now. Even if it's just $50 a month, find a mentor or accountability partner. Create a long-term financial plan. Include your goals, desired net worth, and timeline. Practice gratitude daily. It keeps you grounded and focused. Say no to debt, especially high-interest consumer debt. Stay the course. Millionaires are made over decades, not weeks. Final thoughts. The world is full of myths about millionaires. Some are designed to entertain. Others are rooted in misunderstanding or even resentment. But if you look past the headlines and into the habits, you'll see that wealth is built on principles that are available to everyone. The secret? There is no secret. It's about mindset, action, and consistency. It's about doing the boring work when no one is watching. It's about growing your knowledge, making smart choices, and staying focused. So the next time someone tells you that millionaires are born rich, live flashy lives, and don't understand real life, you'll know the truth. And better yet, you'll know that becoming one is entirely possible. Keep growing, keep learning, keep believing. Your millionaire journey starts today. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter, JEROLDJAX, on Facebook, Gerald, Action Jackson, and Zone of Action. Check out the website, GeraldJackson.com. Happiness starts with you, not with your relationship, not with your job, not with your money, but with you in the zone